Hi, welcome back to my channel, Tea Time with Peace and Joy. This is Doris. So you haven't seen me for a while and a lot of things happened. You guys know that I moved and yeah, so the last 3 episodes, as you can see, it was really echoey because my house was empty at that time and I was filming. And after I moved, so many things, there are so many boxes and everything, and I just got Invisalign too, so I'm still learning how to talk. So I decided to stop for a while, not to overwhelm myself. So that is my self-care. So now today I'm going to talk to you about setting up boundaries. So that is something that I'm learning as well, and I think that is important to a lot of people. So today I'm going to talk about how to know about yourself, like things to consider when you are setting up boundaries. And then next episode I'm going to talk about the steps in setting up boundaries. And then the third one, we are going to have some examples of how to set up boundaries and how to talk to people when you are setting up boundaries. So yeah, you can see my notes here. Okay, so first, when we are trying to set up boundaries, the first thing is to understand ourselves, to know about ourselves. So when we are setting boundaries, when we are seeing like if we want to do that thing or not, for example, if there's a task falling onto your lap, like do you want to do it or not? Like that is really important, and that's the first point, is being autonomy. So you're not forced by others to do things. It's like something that you really want to do, you feel like doing it. So that is autonomy. Although sometimes we feel like it's okay for me to serve people, right, when I don't feel like it, right? Sometimes we do that, but to a certain extent, we still have to understand where our line is, right? Or it will be really dangerous because, for example, some people may bottle up and they don't say anything and then they explode, right? And we don't want that to happen because that can hurt our loved ones too, right? So set up the boundary is really important. So the first one is autonomy. The second one is expectation management. So that is for others and for yourself. So for example, at home, if you're a super mom, do you expect yourself to satisfy everybody's needs? That is quite impossible, right? And that is not realistic. So maybe we don't want to do that. And that is okay. So that is expectation management for yourself and for others as well. So for example, if I'm at work and my boss expects whatever he or she gives me, I can finish it all. And that may not be the case, right? And that, like, maybe I don't have enough time to put this PowerPoint together in 2 hours, or I don't have enough time to put together like a proposal for our big client that I have to present tomorrow morning. Like, you should have told me a little bit earlier, right? So things like that. So it's really important for us to set up the expectation management for others as well and be clear about that. And we are going to talk about some techniques, steps, and examples later on. So number 3 is self-awareness. So sometimes we don't think about ourselves too much. Sometimes we do too much, but sometimes we don't. So what is self-awareness? Like, even when you are like thinking about yourself, sometimes you're not self-aware. That is different, right? So you have to really think about what you are comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, and that is self-aware. When you have a task at hand, if you have certain things that you have to deal with, try to connect with your inner self, like try to listen to yourself. Am I comfortable doing those things? Number 4 is responsibility. So who is responsible for it, right? Sometimes we take on too much responsibilities that are not ours, and we can't always do that. So first of all, it's not healthy for ourselves, right? Because we will burn out and we won't be able to do any other things if we keep on doing that. And the other thing is, for example, if that is for our children, for example, you have to train them up, right? Because if they are 2 and you dress them up, that is still okay, right? But if they are 5, you still dress them up for them, that may not be a good thing, right? They should be able to choose their own clothes and dress themselves, and or sometimes, you know, if they're going to even like Halloween parties or whatever, they can dress up themselves, right? So those decision making is really important for them as well. So when we are taking too much or too many responsibilities from people around us, we in a way is not doing them good, right? So that is important as well. And number 5 is empowerment. So is it empowering for ourselves and for others? If I do that, is it good for me, for others? Like, is it empowering? Is it helping us to be able to do more, to do it better, right? And number 6 is needs and wants and others. So we have to differentiate the two, needs and wants, right? We always talk about that when we are talking about spending money. You don't want to buy all the things you want. You only buy the things you need, right? Although I don't think any of us can totally do that, but that is the idea. And so the same thing here, if we are talking about needs and wants, like, I want to do this, but is it really my responsibility? Do I need to do that? Or I just want to do it? Is it too much on my plate and I'm overwhelmed already? So all those elements are really important to think about. So I'll repeat all the points, right? Number 1 is autonomy. Number 2, expectation management. Number 3, self-awareness. Number 4, responsibility. Number 5, empowerment. And number 6, needs, wants, and others. So when we are trying to understand ourselves, we have to look at all those things, and then eventually after you do all that, you can reflect on it, you can, you know, journal on that, and then you will find out your priority in life, like how should I prioritize things. So according to, you know, what is more important, right? And there was one episode that 3 episodes where we talk about time management. So if you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch that. But that is like part of the prioritizing as well. But when we know the priorities in life, we will know how to set up boundaries, and we will know that, you know, certain things are really important for us. Because of those things, I am going to set up good boundaries and healthy boundaries. So that's it for today, but I really want to share a Bible verse with you. It's in 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. It said, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies." Just like when we are taking care of our bodies physically, we are honoring God, right? And setting boundaries is a way to take care of ourselves mentally, and that is part of God's body as well. Thank you for watching till the end. For the next 2 episodes, we are going to talk about the steps to set up the healthy boundaries, and then give you some examples as well. I'll see you next time. And if you like this type of videos, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and comment below. Let me know how you think about this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.